Thank you. The presidential election, the next 4 years of our country. Your parents' divorce.
2 of these are cause for a special edition of Breaking News Newsflash.
So I really hope you like your parents and divorce.
Woo!
Hot crowd.
Yeah.
Ow.
Good evening, and welcome to Breaking News Newsflash's first ever election special. Woo! Woo! More.
More. We need more.
More.
Hey, Zach, I know it's kind of
Yes.
passé to talk about this on air, but who did you vote for?
Paul Ryan.
You voted for Mitt Romney.
No, voted for Paul Ryan.
You can't just vote for vice president. That's not how that.
I voted Paul Ryan for president.
That's impossible. You can't do that.
Of the universe and Cleveland.
Okay, great. You're intelligent. Here are tonight's top stories.
Love you, Paul. After the devastation caused by Hurricane Sandy, New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg canceled the New York City Marathon, said an ambivalent participant that never got around to training for the marathon. What? No, oh no. No, don't cancel it.
Speaking of Hurricane Sandy, New Jersey and New York have been hit by another storm, this time a nor'easter, leaving 750,000 more people without power. It appears when Tim Tebow packed his bags and headed to the Jets, he forgot to bring God with him.
At a high-end banquet in Tokyo last week, Japanese chef Mao Sugiyama actually cooked, seasoned, and served his own genitalia as the exclusive dish of the night. He was particularly offended, however, when he overheard patrons complaining about portion size.
After Obama's re-election, Donald Trump tweeted, and let me see if I get this right.
Yes.
"We can't let this happen. We should march on Washington and end this travesty. Our nation is totally divided." Because who better to talk about the geography of our nation and its divisions than a man who thinks that being born in Hawaii makes you Kenyan?
You got it right, by the way. Japan refuses to register a transgender man as the father of on his son's birth certificate. Instead, they registered him as. So are you like I know you're not a, but like I was wondering, do you like stand or?
This week marked the passing of a Navajo World War II veteran who used his native language to decode messages during the war. We actually have his last words here. Can we get a translator in here to...
No, Matt. We can't. Twitter, or the tweet twats, as I call them, was aflutter with posts on election night questioning whether ABC News' Diane Sawyer was drunk during her election night coverage. When reached for comment, ABC News said, "We'd have to be pretty drunk to put somebody on air. And if there's one thing I know about hair, is that it's very flammable, especially when you dance near candles. Yes, she and we are very drunk."
America chose its president this week, and in an effort to maintain the illusion of nonpartisanship, I will only whisper the name of the candidate I voted for into Zach's ear.
The hell is Bombkeo Bam Bam?
I said Jill Stein. Anyway.
Yeah.
Great. And that's the news.
All right, so that concludes our segment on animal husbandry.
I just said that ends the news. What are you talking about? That's not the segment we just did.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't listening to, like, anything you said.
You were reading the stories off the prompter. There's words.
Yeah, your mom reads the stories.
Wow.
Am I right?
No, don't encourage him. That was...
Everybody air high-fived me.
For this year's election, political scientists have been combining statistics to try and predict the outcome of this year's race for the White House. Joining us in the studio with the scoop on these statistics is our own political pundit, Arthur Hickman.
Thanks, Matt. It was a crazy year for politics. Lots of drama, lots of zany characters, and lots of heart. This election truly was a decent episode of Scrubs.
That's right, and a victory for Barack Obama.
Oh, is that how it turned out? Like every episode of Scrubs, I stopped watching this election before the emotionally manipulative third act.
Arthur, you're a journalist, okay? Nothing could be more important than the presidential election.
Oh, why don't you tell that to the victims of Hurricane Sandy, Zach? The ones I spent all week helping pick up the pieces of their broken lives.
Wow, Arthur, that is surprisingly noble of you to help people in need.
Not people, Matt. Rats.
There it is. That's where, yeah.
As you know, I'm drawn to places of great anguish, almost supernaturally. And as you know, it is not a sex thing.
I don't know that.
So like a moth to a church fire, I journeyed to the center of the storm, Hoboken, New Jersey. There I found out the city's rats had been left outside to drown like common street dogs. That night, I rented a swamp boat and fished out as many surviving rats as I could with my ex-wife's pool skimmer. Those I rescued accepted me as their king.
Well, Arthur, this is all fascinating stuff, but you were supposed to talk with us today about statistics.
All right, I'll play your numbers game. 100% chance.
A 100% chance of what?
100% chance that your rat army will betray you the moment they find out you have been embezzling from them.
Arthur, what could you possibly embezzle from an army of rats?
Lots of things, Matt. Shiny trinkets, tiny shirts and baseball caps. Skin, teeth, lungs. What Bain Capital did to those failing businesses, I did to those rats' body cavities.
Okay, so you gutted them.
Literally. Well, most of them. The rest expatriated from my boat to Chris Christie's many folds and creases.
Well, Arthur, putting aside the obvious impossibility of your story, don't you feel bad for taking advantage of a desperate group of semi-intelligent rats? Did I just say that?
I took charge of a desperate situation, Matt. You would have done the same thing.
I promise you I would not have done that.
Right. What I meant is, you would have done the same thing if you were a flawed but benevolent Christ King.
Rat King Arthur Hickman, everybody.
All right. Thanks for that segment, Arthur. As always, your coverage was just as informative as it was disturbing.
We're about to go to commercial, but we wanted to say a few words first.
You may be tempted to change the channel. Okay, we know we haven't been together that long.
And we know there's like lots of other channels out there, and
Yeah.
you may want to spread your wings or whatever.
But I know we have something special. Okay, let us bring you your news. Just give us a chance to bring you your news.
How can you say no to this face? Look at it. We'll be right back. We at Breaking News take human rights very seriously, and this week we wanted to put the spotlight on a special group of people who have had to overcome extraordinary adversity. Men have been oppressed for generations.
Amazing
We men have been kept down for years.
grace, how
Kept down by the
sweet
whole
the
world.
sound
Well, we won't be
that
silenced anymore. No, no, no. We will
saved
climb that mountain of
like
injustice.
me.
We won't give up. Here with us today is a leader in the fight for
once
men's
was
rights.
lost,
She
but
may be a woman, but she's
now
got balls in the
I
most important place.
was blind,
heart.
but now
Please welcome the president of the
I
men's rights
see.
movement, Barb Rugburn.
Yes, hello, Matt.
Now, Barb, I know people are going to ask, what is Barb short for?
Yes.
It's short for Barbara. I'm glad you asked, otherwise the rest of the interview would be very confusing.
I'm a master of my craft. What can I say?
Well,
So you're here to represent advocates for men's rights in the wake of the election. Why now?
Matt, I'm an advocate of those people whose voices are already heard the loudest in society, but love the sound of them so much they just keep screaming.
Feels good to be on top.
That's true.
But in the next 4 years, men should be repurposing these resounding musical voices to change the game in men's rights. Instead of asking, why aren't women made as much as men? We should be asking things like, if a tree falls in the woods and there is no man to hear it, then who else could have possibly chopped down that tree?
Now, you've been representing the group for several years now. What sort of progress have you guys been making?
We've been hard at work, Zach. We made strides in areas like blaming fertility problems on others, weeding out the last of men who sit down when they pee, and figuring out which dumb daughter left the hairdryer on in the bathtub last night and almost killed the goldfish in the tub.
Wait, what was that last part?
There's nothing. The point is, Zach, there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, you're truly making this country a better place for people who already had it better than everyone else. So, Barb, tell us what's next.
Next, we start to address the real questions. Men out there want answers. They want to know things like, where did my socks go, Barb? And why can't you pass even the most basic of standardized tests, Barb?
That one seems very specific.
Don't get too close to the microphone. God.
I don't. Yeah. Well, we
Okay.
have a couple of questions for you on Twitter. At Spoon Party asks. Oh wait, just kidding. He asked what Barb's short for. Let's see. At Smack Zerlik asks, why is a woman representing the men's? Oh, well, yeah. Why is a woman representing this this cause?
Now's the time to stand up for men's rights. Otherwise, my name isn't Gunther Rugburn. Shut up, Dad. I'm doing it.
Wait, is someone talking to you through that thing?
What? Oh, no.
I'm convinced.
I'll be home in half an hour. I'll buy you a new goldfish.
Now I'm slightly less convinced. Are you talking to your dad right now? Or?
They can take a Rugburn man out of advocates for men's rights, but they can't stop him from working from the inside. That's totally legal. Stop yelling.
Where can we find the men's rights advocates hiding out in the future?
Wherever there's inequality and uncomfortable jokes, we probably started them.
Barb Rugburn, everybody.
Thank you, Barb. That really makes a guy think.
Great. So, moving on, let's go to our very own man on the street, Anthony Monzon, here to tell us all about being a man on the street.
But not just any man on the street, a man on the street on the most hotly opinionated day of the 2012 election, Election Day.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks.
Good job.
I did well.
I think that's the most time man on the street has actually ever been said in a 20-second period.
Man on the street.
Man on the street.
I'm standing here outside of 38 Oak Street, one of the several voting locations across the city of Boston. It's November 6th, Election Day, arguably one of the 7 most important days of the entire month. The future of the nation is in limbo, meaning it's bending over backwards to shimmy its way under a broomstick. Hopefully nobody gets molested. Let's go behind us to some of the voters to see what they had to say. All right, so who'd you guys vote for today?
Obama.
Of course, Obama.
I voted for Obama.
I voted for Obama. I'm a Democrat, so I voted for Obama.
Today I voted for Barack Obama.
Fact of the matter is, you guys voting for Obama isn't going to stop the election of Gary Johnson, and we all know that. You know, it's inevitable.
Yeah, who?
I know nothing about Mr. Johnson.
Oh, well, he's great man. Actually climbed many mountains in his days. True story. So for Senate, did you guys vote for Scott Brown or Jar Jar Binks?
I voted for Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, despite the fact that she looks like some sort of Pokemon?
Yeah, I want a Pokemon for 2 reasons in Congress. Number one, it's representative of power. You know what I mean? To have a Pokemon who could go in there, and you know, the more time she spends in there, the more she can evolve.
You endorse Scott Brown, right?
Yes.
All right, and so do you do this because you hate black people? They're so loyal and everything that...
Dude, Pokemon are so loyal that if mine could vote, I would have brought him out here today, but obviously there's discrimination.
In terms of question number 3 on the ballot, the legalization of marijuana, which way did you vote?
Marijuana.
I said no.
You said, how much can I pay you to go back and change your vote?
It's like, my back hurts. Give me some weed. Yeah. That's probably not the best thing to say on TV.
I don't really know much things about marijuana.
Obama. Yeah, Obama. He's different. He's cool.
yeah.
He makes you want to skip school. You know, that's not good.
Yeah, that's what presidents do. For show. You want to grab some Slowpoke tail after this?
Yeah, I'm down, man.
Always down.
Yeah. How much can you get for $60?
I have a slowpoke tail?
Yeah.
Probably only the tip. There you have it, folks. Election day, history in the making. And even with the presidency of Gary Johnson being so inevitable as it is, people are still showing up in droves here to have their voices heard. And with Thanksgiving right around the corner, I think we can all agree that we want question 3. For Breaking News Flash, I'm Anthony Monzon. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Anthony. Great job, bud.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, Zach?
Now that the election's over, what are we gonna do?
Well, we're going to keep talking about the election because without politics to argue about, our lives are sad, hollow vortexes of meaninglessness.
Bingo.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This is Mouth to Mouth.
Welcome to Mouth to Mouth. Tonight's topic, the Electoral College.
On November 6th, Americans went to the polls to have their voices heard.
And as a nation, they decided that the only way to achieve change was to keep everything exactly the same.
But the Electoral College is misunderstood by many people. Some even call it overcomplicated and stupid.
Yeah, but they're wrong.
They're the ones who are the stupids.
The Electoral College makes perfect sense.
But maybe some people just don't understand it. We should explain it.
You're right.
I know. Here's how it works. Electoral votes are cast by people known as electors.
And after the polls close on Election Day, all 538 electors meet in the capital of their state and officially cast their votes for president. The electors are then all killed as sacrifices to appease the gods of democracy.
The only exception, of course, being Nebraska, because there, each one of them are murdered before voting to ensure that their state in no way impacts the election.
Right. Before now. The ballots are then taken to an underground bunker and looked over by the Skull and Bones Society, a clone of Richard Nixon, and for some reason, Neil Diamond.
After that, the ballots are beamed to another planet where aliens who look like Newt Gingrich tamper with them, so that they no longer unanimously elect Jill Stein.
The ballots then arrive at the secret room underneath the Lincoln Memorial that only Nicolas Cage knows about, where they are placed in the goblet of fire which burns up the unworthy votes.
Also, all the ballot measures will change to support gay marriage, but that's only because the goblet is engaged to the sorting haps.
Next, the ballots are all put into a money booth and blown around by a large fan, while a game show model tries to grab as many as she can out of the air before the time runs out.
Election officials then sneak into the home of Ralph Nader and quietly read him the results as he sleeps to give him nightmares.
He knows what he did. The ballots then arrive in at the gates of the shadow government in Norfolk, Virginia.
Where they are sorted in order of the attractiveness of those who fill them out.
And at this point, they are run through a machine known as a shredder.
Destroying them completely.
And finally, the queen of the shadow government,
Gary Busey,
snorts 2 fistfuls of cocaine and then elects which candidate will win.
And that's how democracy works. It might seem strange when it's explained in such detail, but that's mainly because of Gary Busey.
Since, much like the face of Gary Busey himself, the closer you look at the system, the stranger and scarier it gets.
Well, that's it for Mouth to Mouth tonight.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we return, 101 Dalmatians, a cute story about a big family of dogs, or a harrowing tale of canine sexual addiction. We'll be right back.
Hey, Mitt, what's going on, bruh?
Hey, Barack. My mom says I can't talk to you.
Oh, come on, bruh, why?
She says I'm not allowed to talk to kids from Kenya.
Mr. Mash, don't say that, bro. Look, I know I hate when people say that, so...
My mom says I don't have a filter, so here's $700 representing my apology.
For real? Oh, yeah!
Yay.
I can finally buy that new American Girl dollhouse. Woo-hoo!
Could I have the White House?
No! Oh, that's so...
That's so sad.
So, like... Hey, bro,
Yeah?
I'm like super sorry that it didn't work out for you, you know?
No, I mean, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. It's just, you know, like politics.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I still think you look presidential. By the way, I never asked, why didn't you pick Rob Portman to be your vice presidential candidate, bro? What?
He touched me.
All right.
Yeah.
Show me where on the smaller doll.
There.
All right, well, that's just a head pat.
And there.
Oh, that's a lot worse.
All right. Let's take it to Mookie right now. Let's give us some good news, Mooks.
Thanks, guys. It's only been 3 days since President Obama was reelected, and yet already the motherfucking is at the motherfucking fan. President Obama's first order of business was to have Bo Obama, his dog, replace the American bald eagle as the symbol of the country. Bo is also getting his own line of raw vegan dog treats. His new all-access documentary, Honey Bobo, will be airing on Bravo this spring. Yesterday, President Obama proclaimed that Joe Biden would be people's sexiest man alive. This is in effect for 2012, 2013, and forever. Obama himself took the title of Cosmopolitan's Fun, Fearless Male of the Year. You may remember in his first term when President Obama shut down the Space Shuttle program. Yesterday, he announced the money cut from the program will now be used for his new vampire hunting administration. Yesterday, First Lady Michelle Obama kicked her Get Active fitness program into overdrive and passed legislation that required children of all ages to consume Flintstone vitamins. However, America's sloppy, obese teens couldn't help themselves and treated the vitamins like candy. Zimbidium, a chemical found in these vitamins, is being consumed at much higher rates than usual, causing many negative side effects. And by negative side effects, I mean most teens have turned into flesh-hungry half-zombies. But also, they now have enough vitamin C to kill a horse. In recent news, teens have started to kill horses. I'm so scared. What was that? I'm scared to close my eyes, and I'm scared to open them. Every night we just wait for them to come. It used to be that presidents were pushed to make changes within their first 100 days in office. All of these changes have occurred within just 72 hours. What will happen in the next 72? Who can say? But one thing is for sure. Shit's gonna get fucking real. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, since America is clearly going to hell in a handbasket, I think now would be a good time to announce that I am moving to Norway. Zach, you can handle the show, right?
Oh, no. I actually have a boat to Nicaragua in like 30 minutes. Wait, Mookie's in the studio. You want to just dump it on?
Oh, yeah, we just dump it on.
Guys, just dump it on Mookie.
Guys, I'm right here.
Oh, hey,
Hi.
it was a great segment. It was like super laugh-inducing.
Yeah,
so.
super funny, super great.
Hey,
always.
Hey, could you possibly babysit the show while Zach and I become goat-herding expatriates?
Okay, guys, let's not be rash here, all right? Obama's cousin's babysitter and I were on the same Lego robotics team in high school, so let me give him a quick call, and I'm sure we can sort out this whole apocalyptic America.
Wait, you built Lego robotics in high school?
That's so lame.
Yo, Obama, it's Mook.
Mookie Lochran? Greetings, friend. It's been too long. How have you been?
Listen, Barack, I don't have time for small talk, all right? Things are out of control right now. What do you have to say for yourself?
There's only one thing to say when you get reelected like me. Yo, grow. You only get reelected once. In all seriousness, I know the American public has been disappointed by my first term, but I'm really trying to change things around. And by that I mean I've gone through 4 boxes of Cocoa Puffs and I haven't put my pants on since Tuesday night.
So you've been celebrating?
In a manner of speaking. Since I've been reelected, I've decided that now is the time to do whatever the duck I want. And let me tell you, I haven't had this much fun since I had the dollar bill shoved up my nose at Occidental College. Coincidentally, this week has been by far the most productive of my term. Michelle and I have supported the arts by seeing the Book of Mormon, and let me tell you, that was ironic. I've stimulated job control by throwing a foam party in the Oval Office. It literally took an entire Mexican village to clean up that up. And Joe is hard at work at improving international relations.
Yeah, speaking of which, where is Vice President Biden?
Oh, he's off in the Philippines, hunting exotic game and touring with ZZ Top. He just sent a Komodo dragon to the White House as a happy first week in office gift. Beats the hell out of Bo.
Okay, that's it. Get your ass into some pants and stop acting like an overprivileged frat bro, all right? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to host breaking news flash news until I die, and you'll be president of a one-man island called Obamerica.
Can I keep the Komodo dragon?
Matt, Zach, are you still there?
Yeah, we canceled our trips. Goat herding seemed like a lot of work.
Yeah.
So you're completely fine with the president right now?
No, but Matt and I realized we can't leave, okay? We can't shirk the duty to ensure that this democracy has a well-informed electorate.
Zach missed having the spinny chair.
I did.
Mookie Lochran, everybody.
Well, that's our show. We'd like to congratulate the President Obama on a tough victory against John McCain.
Wait, no, what?
So that's a show.
No, the part about John McCain, that was the 2008 election.
Right, yes, sorry. I'd like to congratulate George W. Bush on a gutsy win against John Kerry.
Also incorrect.
Against Al Gore.
No.
Richard Nixon.
No, completely wrong direction.
Yes. Hillary Clinton crushes Marco Rubio.
No, you've lost me. I don't even know.
It's 2016. Have I told you that the Zoltar machine lives in my basement?
Only every single day.
It does.
Our congratulations go out to President Obama, to everyone who voted, and to all of you for getting to watch us for the last half hour. Have a lovely existence.